Welcome back, you guys. Tonight we're going to be working on a Glock 19 Gen 4, and let me quickly take you through the process of exactly what we're doing so you have a better understanding of what you're viewing as we're turning this project out. So the first thing that we're going to be doing is discussing the top right here. The top of this slide has a intricate pattern of triangles that was done with Cerakote. Cerakote is a very durable finish, but at the end of the day, it's not as durable as penetrating the slide and actually cutting a pattern in the metal itself. Okay, it is just a coating. It will wear like anything. So with that being said, the customer reached out to me and they said, hey, I'm looking for some stuff. I want to do a little bit of weight reduction. I want to do a little bit of design. What do you think? We started, going over the ideas, going over those thoughts, and we came up with the idea of what we wanted to do. So we're going to be running the same pattern up here. And the triangles that you see, what would be in the burnt browns, will actually be holes. So you're actually going to be able to see triangular holes down into the barrel. You will be able to see the barrel. We're going to be real careful on what we do with the front nose section because we are using a longer fiber optic sight. So I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to come up and go over or come up and then stagger them over. I haven't decided 100% how I'm going to do that. Maybe I'll just space them and we don't go up that far. I don't know, but I do know it's going to be cool when I'm done with it. I'm definitely going to give it some serious thought and make sure that it turns out appropriate to the design of the overall image that we're going for. So I just haven't ironed all those details out in my head quite yet. And I wanted to show you guys what the slide would look like before I sandblast it and actually get it into the machine. So I wanted to give you that visual of what it looked like now versus what it looks like later. So some of my thought pattern still needs to unfold as this project unfolds. So what we're going to be doing on the back is a vortex optic here. We're going to move the dovetail forward. Okay, so that's going to be kind of the back zone. And then on the sides, we're going to go ahead and shave this down. We're going to clean this off here. We're going to get rid of that existing factory text. It's also going to give us a little bit of weight reduction on the slide itself. So that's going to be kind of cool. And I'm going to put this down because I want to show you guys something. So the idea is we're going to be doing some pattern work up here on the front, and you guys have seen that before. You guys have actually seen it on my blue gun. So we're actually going to be taking this pattern and we will be putting that onto the 19 slide, the burnt bronze slide there. Of course, it's going to be very similar because we have this on the back, and we also have our dovetail moved. The difference between this and this is a factory OEM slide. This is not. So the nose is different here. We have a totally different outlook on this particular one. They're going to be similar as far as the side goes right here, but the rest of it's pretty much all going to be different. And to be quite honest, the top of the slide is really what's going to set that off because this is something that I haven't done before. This is going to be a very intricate, precise design, and it's going to be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to doing that overall. I'm pretty excited about it because we're going to get to use the new laser on some stuff that we haven't really done yet. So definitely a cool opportunity. But guys, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and strip most of the stuff down. We're going to go ahead and start with the vortex on the back, and then we're going to go ahead and do the dovetail cut here. And then we're probably going to move on to shaving the sides. At that point, I can move this guy all the way over to the laser, and everything that's left is all laser work. So we'll probably wrap up that CNC work, and then we'll move over to the laser work. Of course, we're going to color it, we're going to bring it back, and we're going to discuss it. So guys, let's go over to the CNC. Guys, I absolutely love the way this came out. Now look at the top of this. This is a killer design. This is just something that you can only get with a laser. You cannot get this with a CNC machine. You'll never be able to get tight cut corners like that on triangles. Just beautiful overall. We're obviously gonna be able to see some nice barrel through the sides. We're gonna be able to see some barrel through the top. It's a very creative design. So we end up having somewhat of a triangle based pattern on the left and right, and then we definitely have the triangle pattern on the top. It definitely flows together very well. So guys, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and put a barrel in it. I'm working behind the camera, so bear with me here for a moment, but we're definitely able to see some gold barrel down through there. Once again, I'm working inside. I can move the light a little bit closer. We may be able to see it a little better. But I'm working inside, so we're only going to be able to see so much through here. Of course, we can obviously see that through the sides. Let's go ahead and add our spring to this. And then once we have the spring in place, let's go ahead and put it on our frame. Now, I happen to only have a green frame. I do not have a Gen 4 black. So unfortunately, we're going to be doing bronze with gold barrel on green frame. Either way, I still like it. It looks good. It's a very intricate design. The laser gives us the ability to turn stuff out that we just cannot do on the CNC machine. Basically, the sky is the limit with patterns because we're not restricted to cutter size. We're not restricted to round corners. There really is no limit. The only thing it comes back down to is time. How long does it take in order for it to run something? But guys, I'm just loving this design overall. Very, very cool design. This was a customer design pattern. So they came to me. Obviously, we had seen at the beginning of the video, hey, I want to have this. I want to have this, somewhat permanently on my weapon. I don't want to have the Cerakoted. And, it was a very, very good design overall. I'm real happy with it. So definitely pleased. Guys, as always, took you outside. We got some pictures, wanted to show you exactly what it looked like. So let's take a look at those pictures. Let's talk a little bit more about what's going on. Well guys, hopefully you enjoyed that content. That turned out being one of those things that was a learning experience for myself. Now, that may sound a little odd coming from me, but that was the first time I had actually done a complete laser cut gun with the new laser. So you start talking about system parameters, speeds and feeds and things like that. It's a learning experience for each and every machine. They're not all the same. So that was pretty cool that I had the opportunity to get to know my machine a little bit better, to adjust some settings throughout that process because of how long it took to actually do that. And at the end of the day, I was able to bring that content to you, which was pretty cool. I was able to share that with you, so I was pretty happy about that as well. So let's talk about what this is exactly and kind of how this came to be and why we don't have a build video on it. So somebody reached out to me a couple weeks ago and said, hey, I want to have a Raptor cut gun done with an RMR in the back. And I said, okay, so we worked out the details, and I ended up using the same Raptor cuts that we use on the 26th, except I extended it to a fourth one. Gave myself a nice amount of lockup here, no issues with the sides, we didn't have to shave the sides or anything like that. I really like the angles of these because it seems as though it's I don't know, it's kind of aggressive. So from the front, you can't actually see that there's real holes here, right? And then as you come to the side, it's still somewhat hard to see. But then as you get here, you realize that we're seeing a lot of barrel, but we're also seeing a lot of what would be the actual material of the slide. So it appears as though these are maybe larger than what they normally would be. I'm just really pleased with it overall. This is one of those things that I had to spend a lot of time cutting until I finally got the right angle that I wanted. Everybody offers them at a different angle. There is no set industry standard, so it's just kind of what I came up with that I like. So this happens to be the 19 with the Trigicon, right? And we left the rear dovetail where it is on the 19, so that's pretty cool. Now this is my barrel, so I'm not 100% sure what they're doing with their barrels. Maybe they're running a factory barrel, something like that, but just want to give you guys that visual a little bit better. Now this one back here is a 23, and it's the exact same pattern with the exception of we ran a burris on the back, and then we went ahead and cut a new dovetail here on the front. So really cool. I'm liking that overall. I went ahead and dropped in one of my barrels because I just wanted to kind of just show you what it would look like a little bit better with one of my knurled barrels in here. We sold a couple of these at the gun show, so that was kind of a cool opportunity for you guys to pick up a barrel that's non-marked or blind marked. So overall, just very pleased with it. On our Instagram page, we have a lot of this content. So you probably had already seen some pictures of this stuff before this video came out. So if you want to stay updated on what's going on, go over there. Now, I spoke with somebody just the other day that says, nah, I don't really do Instagram. Something to take into consideration is you can always go
from a desktop computer to Instagram.com, and you can always search for people through there without actually signing up, okay? A lot of people associate Instagram with an application. You go through the process of, you know, installing that app and making a username. You're not necessarily required to do that in order just to view content, okay? You can go to the webpage, Instagram.com, you can search for individuals, and you can view content without actually being a member on there. So there's an opportunity there to, you know, kind of sort of see what's still going on if you don't want to necessarily participate. So the other cool thing is that we're going to be posting some new pictures. We will have some new pictures of these together up on the webpage. We're trying to kind of revise that a little bit better here and get some new content turned out for you guys. And one of the other big things that I've really been working on, and I haven't really perfected it yet, and I'm still trying to kind of work out the details, is that I'm going through a process of doing web hosting for my videos outsourced from YouTube. So basically what that means is, in the event that something was to happen to me on YouTube, you'd always be able to go to my webpage and you'd be able to actually view that content from the webpage, and I'll start posting that content from the webpage a day early. So if you want to see what's going on, you want to check it out, go to the webpage. I'll have some kind of a new template that you guys will see on there. When this video comes out, I'm not 100% sure what it's going to look like, but right now it's pretty butchered because we're still trying to come up with what would be a usable and friendly format, because we're always posting new content. So we want to therefore, you know, somewhat archive the older stuff and then move the new stuff to the front page. That way it's not confusing for you guys. So you'll be able to go to the webpage and you'll actually be able to watch that content a day early before it actually goes to YouTube. Now, if you're just a big YouTube person, just wait. You'll get your notifications and things like that. So, but the idea is to encourage you guys that if I turn up missing for some odd reason, that you can always go to the webpage and still gain the content from the video gallery or the video tab off of our webpage. So it's an opportunity there to not necessarily lose contact with myself. So, so guys, we're going to work forward on that, and we're going to see how that matures out into something else other than just putting all our eggs in one basket with YouTube as of right now. So if you have any questions, feel free to go to the contacts tab on our webpage, fill out that form, or you can always just shoot me an email at mark@NCEngravers.com. It's at the bottom of all my videos. You don't have to use the contacts tab if you don't want to. You can always just kind of do it all by yourself by just inputting my email address into your email account. So let me know what you need. You know, reach out to me, tell me what's going on. Let's work through that project and let's get your project started. And if it's something new, something we haven't done before, chances are we'll probably do a build video for you. So everybody else gets to see it and you get to see yours. So pretty cool. So guys, if you need anything, let me know.